Brian Tripp, joined by Penn State head coach Rob Cooper to recap this one. And Coop, let's start with Purdue starter Shane Bryant out there on the mound. Early in this game, strand two on base in the first inning and 2 on base in the second inning. After that, it seemed like he was able to establish some rhythm against the hitters.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give that guy a lot of credit. He made pitches when he needed to, and he threw strikes, and so I give the guy a lot of credit. He battled, and like I said, made pitches when he needed to, and we weren't able to do much with opportunities that we did have.
Yeah, the other thing when facing Purdue, the top 5 guys in their lineup can really hurt you. After that, not sure what you're going to get. The top 5 in this game go 9 for 20, 7 runs, and 6 RBIs. And a lot of the damage, once again, comes with 2 outs. For the club, one of the messages has to be after this game, finding a way to get the final out of the inning and making sure that you don't allow, number one, something we've talked about many times, the pitch count for your pitcher to get higher, and then for a 2-out base runner to turn into a run.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, the inning's not over. I mean, we one inning the first inning that they scored their first run. I mean, we got 2 quick outs, and Hedge, who's been really good for us, walked the next guy, and he ended up coming around and scoring. And it's just you got to finish out an inning, just like you get 2 strikes on a guy, and you got to finish him off. And from an offensive standpoint, you got to find a way with 2 outs and 2 strikes to keep games going and keep innings going and make a guy pitch more. And here's what my biggest takeaway from today is that they just flat out outcompeted us in every aspect of it. They wanted to win the game more than we did, and I'll take a big responsibility for that being my fault. I'm the head coach, and we were not in the frame of mind to play today, and that irritates me because to me, again, that's a choice. And it doesn't mean it would have changed the outcome of the game, but they wanted to play a lot more than we did today, and it showed.
Now, obviously, this loss knocks you out of any postseason contention, but I think coming into the weekend, you knew that was still going to be something very tough to achieve. Is it now a challenge for the guys? Do you challenge them to get ready to come back and still win this series to close out the season on a strong note?
Well, again, for me, it's about the fact that we are a lucky group that gets to represent Penn State University. We get to put on this uniform and represent Penn State University, the baseball program, the athletic department. And if that's not enough to have you ready to play, and that's not enough to play for, then you're at the wrong spot. And that's one of the things we talked about is that I know that I'm coming tomorrow with with my mind on trying to win the ball game, and that's the thing that, and not that our guys aren't. That's not what I mean, but again, you shouldn't have to have a carrot dangled in front of you to want to wear this uniform and win. You should want to win because it's Penn State University, and you have a chance to represent it, in a great way.
And obviously, a lot of this roster will be returning for 2016. Is this where you as a coaching staff feel you can learn something about what you have coming back next year?
Oh yeah, it's funny, I just told them that. I said, look, if you're a senior, here's the truth of the matter, more than likely you got about 48 hours left in your baseball career. And that's a stark reality and something that's not fun to say, but it's the truth. And so you better take advantage of it and leave everything you have, because you don't get a chance to dig in and do it on Monday or even Sunday. And if you're a returning player, I'm watching everything. The coaches are watching everything. And for me, and what I want to see especially is when it doesn't quote unquote mean anything, like having a chance to play the conference tournament or a regional or whatever, a championship. It still means something, again, to wear this uniform. And so guys that choose not to do that, they're going to tell you a lot, about what really is important to them. And I'm not saying that we have guys that are going to do that. I believe that our guys are going to come out tomorrow and play hard. But yeah, I'm watching everything, and to me, the building process is always going on, and it's tough when you get in a situation like this because you got a group of guys that are finishing a career and a group of guys that you got to. You can't just say, all right, well, chalk it up, the season's almost over. We still have to coach those guys because they're our future.
Well, in a building process, sometimes there will be lumps, sometimes there will be some high points, and tonight maybe one of those valleys, but hopefully you can end the season on a high note. Thanks for making me way up here.
No problem. And, obviously I know you probably talked about it. I just want to let everybody out there know that, Penn State baseball has a heavy heart, just like the rest of State College, Happy Valley, and Penn State athletics, and the loss of Fran Fisher, and our prayers are with him and his, with his family, and